Hello and welcome back. My name is Urshid Ayub. Today we'll talk about another very important topic, that is future perfect tense. In this video, I will teach you the structure of future perfect tense and what are the auxiliary verbs that you have to use in order to form future perfect tense. And we'll talk about the negative statements of future perfect tense, and we even, talk about how to form questions in present perfect tense. All right. And then I'll give you the best guidelines that you have to use in order to use future perfect tense. All right. And then I'll give you best examples, the best examples to practice future perfect tense. And at the end of the video, I will conduct a small test wherein you can check how much you have understood this topic. All right. And before we start, I request you people to do subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and hit the like button at the end of the video if you like the video. Alright, let's jump right straight to the presentation. Now, let us look at future perfect tense. Well, the future perfect tense is a verb tense used to describe actions or events that will be completed at a specific time in the future. In this tense, the action is seen as completed or finished before another point in the future. The future perfect tense is formed using the auxiliary verb will or shall and the past participle of the main verb. Alright, let us look at the structure of future perfect tense. A subject can be either noun or a pronoun. Alright, subject plus will or shall plus have plus past participle of the main verb. Alright guys, so these are the elements that we use in order to form future perfect tense. Now let me give you some examples so that you can understand it better. By this time tomorrow, I will have finished my project. She will have studied English for 5 years next month. They will have been married for 20 years next week. So in these examples, the future perfect tense is used to talk about completed actions at a specific time in the future. It is often used to describe accomplishments or achievements, or to talk about something that will happen before a future point in time. Alright, let me give you some more examples of the future perfect tense. By next year, I will have graduated from college. They will have been married for 10 years by the end of this month. By the time we arrive at the party, they will have already left. By the end of this week, she will have read 3 books. By the time he turns 30, he will have visited all 7 continents. I will have finished this book by the end of the day. By the time she returns from her trip, she will have been away for a month. They will have completed the project by the deadline next week. By the end of the year, he will have earned his master's degree. By next summer, they will have saved enough money to buy a house. Alright, so these are some of the best examples. Now let us look at the best usages of future perfect tense, how to make use of future perfect tense. So we use the future perfect tense to describe an action that is expected to be completed in the future. Alright? Now, let me give you some examples. By next month, he will have saved enough money to buy a new car. By the end of the year, she will have learned how to speak French fluently. By next week, they will have finished painting the entire house. By the time the concert starts, they will have rehearsed for hours. By the end of the month, he will have run 100 miles. By this time next year, we will have visited all the countries in Europe. By the end of the day, I will have finished writing this report. By the time I retire, I will have worked at this company for 25 years. By the time she graduates, she will have taken over 20 different courses in psychology. By the end of the summer, They will have completed all the renovation on their house. By next season, they will have won the championship 3 years in a row. So in each of these examples, the future perfect tense is used to describe an action that is expected to be completed in the future. The tense emphasizes that the action is not completed but is anticipated to be finished at a specific time in the future. All right. Now let us look at another important guideline. So we use the future perfect tense to talk about a prediction or assumption about a future action. For example, she will have arrived by now, so we can start the meeting. He will have finished the project by now, so we can submit it to the client. They will have left for the airport by 8 p.m., so we should hurry up. She will have completed the test by the time we get there, so we can review it together. They will have made the decision by tomorrow, so we can plan accordingly. He will have finished his training by next month, so he can start his new job. She will have bought the tickets by tonight, so we can confirm our travel tonight. We can confirm our travel plans. They will have sent the package by today, so we can expect it to arrive soon. The repairs will have been completed by next week, so the building will be open for use. The guests will have arrived by now, so we should go and greet them. She will have returned from her trip by Monday, so we can schedule a meeting with her. So, in each of these examples, the future perfect tense is used to express a prediction or assumption about a future action. The tense emphasizes that the speaker is making an educated guess about what will happen in the future based on what they know about the situation. All right, now let us move to one more important usage of future perfect tense. We use the future perfect tense to make a polite request or suggestion. For example, by the time you leave, would you have finished the report? By the end of the day, would you have sent me the email with the information I need? By the time we meet tomorrow, would you have reviewed the proposal? By next week, would you have finished the presentation so we can practice together? By the time you come back from your break, would you have completed the training module? By Friday, would you have submitted the budget report to the finance department? By the time the meeting starts, would you have prepared the necessary documents? By the end of the week, would you have finished the task so we can move on to the next phase? By the next month, would you have completed the training program so you can take on more responsibility? By the time the event starts, would you have confirmed the number of the attendees with the caterer? By the end of the day, would you have proofread the document for errors and inconsistencies? All right, so in each of these examples, the future perfect tense is used to make a polite request for suggestion. The tense emphasizes that the speaker is asking for a future action to be completed in a polite and in a respectful manner. All right, and in the above examples, you can learn how to form questions as well. Now let us look at the other usage of future perfect tense. Use the negative form of the future perfect tense to describe an action that will not be completed before a specific time in the future. So here in this guideline will provide you how to form negative statements or sentences in future perfect tense. For example, by next week or by next year, I will not have learned how to play the piano. All right. So remember to use the auxiliary verb will or shall and the past participle of the main verb. Sorry, the present part is yes, the past participle of the main verb to form the future perfect tense, also pay attention to the time reference in the sentence to make sure that the tense is used correctly. So I'll give you some more examples of the above guideline. Some more examples are, by the time he retires, she will not have saved enough money for a comfortable life. By the end of the day, will not have finished the project. So by next month, she will not have found a new job. By the time the concert starts, they will not have rehearsed enough to perform well. By next year, they will not have achieved their financial goals. By the time the party starts, she will not have finished baking the cake. By the end of the week, he will not have completed all his assignments. By next season, the team will not have won a single game. By the time the train arrives, they will not have packed their bags yet. By the end of the year, they will not have taken a vacation together. So in each of these examples, the negative form of the future perfect tense is used to describe an action that will not be completed before a specific time in the future. The tense emphasizes that the speaker expects the action to not be completed by a certain time and suggests a sense of disappointment or regret. Now let us take a test so that you can check how much you have understood this topic, and kindly make a note of these questions and try to answer it by yourself. And you can pause the video, okay? You can pause the video and you can make a note of the questions and try to answer it by yourself so that you can check how much you have understood this topic. And then afterwards you can relate the answers which I am going to share at the end of this video. Alright? Now let us look at this. Here is a fill in the blank questionnaire using the future perfect tense. The first question is, by the end of this year, I dash my studies and dash my degree. By next month, she dash her project and dash the results. By the time he comes back, we dash the preparations and dash the party. By the end of the day, they dash the report and dash it to the manager. By next week, he dash his training and dash his new skills. By the time we arrive, she dash the arrangements and dash everything ready. By the end of the month, they dash their savings goal and dash their investment plan. By next year, the company dash its expansion and dash new markets. By the time the concert starts, the musicians dash their rehearsals and dash their instruments. By the end of the semester, the students dash their projects and dash their grades. All right, so these are some of the questions related to future perfect tense. Now, let me give you the answers. You can relate the answers with the answers which I'm providing now. So answer for the first question is, by the end of this year, I will have finished my studies and earned my degree. By next month, she will have completed her project and obtained the results. By the time he comes back, we will have completed the preparations and organized the party. By the end of the day, they will have finished the report and submitted it to the manager. By next week, he will have completed his training and acquired his new skills. By the time we arrive, she will have made the arrangements and prepared everything ready. By the end of the month, they will have reached their savings goal and implemented their investment plans. By next year, the company will have completed its expansion and explored new markets. By the time the concert starts, the musicians will have completed their rehearsals and tuned their instruments. By the end of the semester, the students will have finished their projects and received their grades. So having said this, guys, we have completed the session. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the video, please do hit the like button and share this with your friends, family members, and other people as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care and bye for now.